Hi, my name is Penney Stanch, and I'm a certified professional ergonomist. Regardless of whether you're working from the office or working from the home, you should follow good practices when you're setting up your computer workstation to make sure you don't experience pain or discomfort or soreness after working. At the office, you had furniture and equipment designed to get you a perfect setup. You may not have that at home, but there are things that you can do. One of the things I'd like to talk about is some guidelines for setting up your workstation when you have to use multiple monitors. First, I'd like to review some monitor basics. One of the first things is what's the right height? The guideline for getting your monitor at the right height is to look straight ahead, and if you are looking straight ahead, you should see the top line of usable text. And that's because when you're relaxed, your eyes actually look about 15 to 30 degrees below that, which would put you in the middle of the monitor. The important thing is to keep your neck straight up. You don't want to look down, you don't want to look up to see the monitor, because over time that is going to hurt. Your head actually weighs quite a bit. The monitor should also be about an arm's length away. Now, one thing to consider, if you wear bifocals or progressives, that's a different story because you're looking through a different part of the lens depending on how far your monitor is and how your prescription was filled out. So for that, just make sure when you keep your neck straight, adjust the monitor up or down so that you can always keep your neck straight when you're looking at it. Another important thing, if you only had a single monitor, is to keep your keyboard and your mouse directly in line with your monitor. Now, what we call neutral posture means that you keep everything straight, flat, or at 90 degrees. So I want your neck straight. I also want your back straight and your torso straight. So I don't want you twisting your neck to look at your monitor. I don't want you twisting your torso to get to the monitor and the keyboard. We want them straight and all in line. Now, when you do have to use multiple monitors, sometimes you have to do that because you need to look at a drawing while you're taking notes, or you need to look at a reference document while you're writing an email. So in those cases, you might want to have multiple monitors. For me today, I'm using a monitor and I'm using my laptop as another monitor. But remember, when you're doing this, one of those monitors is going to be the primary one. They're one you're using 70, 80, 90% of the time. You're just looking at the other one for reference. You're rarely typing on documents on both or drawing on documents on both. So one of them is going to be your primary one, and that's the one to put straight ahead. And again, straight ahead means also lining up your keyboard and your mouse directly in line with it. Now you can take your second monitor, in this case it's my laptop. If you want to try and raise it up at the same level as your primary monitor, in this case I have a monitor arm for my primary and I have a nice stack of very thick books to put my laptop on, and I got it up somewhat. Also, if you have a document that you're working from, it's good to stand it up. Now, I angled my second monitor, which in this case is my laptop, slightly toward my primary monitor. But this is the one where I'm going to take notes, where I'm going to write my report while looking at these other references. If you find that you need to start working on the document that's on the side monitor, try and move it to your primary monitor. That allows you to keep your neutral posture. Now, sometimes you need 3 monitors. My husband does, and in that case, you would still have the primary monitor in the middle, put the other 2 on the side, angle them toward your primary monitor. It is really rare that someone uses 2 monitors equally, but if you do have that rare case, you can put the two monitors in a V, slightly angled toward each other, with the place where they meet in the middle. But it's really very rare that you run across that. Now remember that musculoskeletal injuries, which is what we call if you hurt yourself from a poor ergonomics, occur over time. So, like I said, you could hold your neck up and read something up high for a few minutes, and you might get a little sore, but it's not going to bother you because eventually you're going to put your head back down. But if you have to hold that posture for an hour or 2, it's going to hurt. And that's called static posture. It's a risk factor for getting an injury. And over time, the important thing is time. We have a saying, your best posture is your next posture. So one of the best things you can do is take a break and get away from the computer. Do this at least every hour, if not every half hour. Just take a break and stand up, stretch, walk around, get away. You'll find that it will clear your head too. So you won't get tunnel vision, and it will have benefits besides just stretching. So that's all I have for today. Goodbye and good luck.